Thanks for tuning in this morning to this edition of Community Connection. Joining me is Mr. Daniel Donovan with the Montana Innocence Project. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Montana Innocence Project?
I can. It's headquartered in Missoula. We've been around about 10 years, and it was formed to basically assist individuals who are incarcerated either in Montana state prison or a federal prison with a Montana conviction, to assist people who are maybe innocent of their crime and need help proving that to the courts. So a group of people got together about 10 years ago, formed a board, and since that time we established a clinic at the University of Montana Law School, the Blewett Law School, and that's where prisoners contact us by letter. We investigate cases, we determine which cases may be appropriate to pursue, and we also do public policy advocacy, like at the legislature. We were involved a few years ago in establishing a statute that requires the law enforcement to tape record interviews of suspects in felony cases. So we try to prevent the innocent from being convicted as well as free the innocent who have been convicted.
Sure, and over those past 10 years, how many cases has the Innocence Project been able to help?
Most cases we turn down because there's not enough there, or we don't think they're viable cases, but we've probably helped tried to help between 10 and 20 individuals, and we've been successful in 3 cases. We've had 3 exonerations, in fact, this has been in the last about year and a half. We've had 3 exonerations, and this film that's coming up, one of the exonerees is going to be present at the film.
All right, and would you mind elaborating about the film that's coming up this week?
I sure will. We're presenting a film on January 23rd at the Great Falls Library. It's called The Fear of 13, and it's a British documentary film made in 2015. It's about a man last name is Yaris, who was on death row for 21 years, and finally some DNA evidence through that he was able to be exonerated in 2004. This is basically a story told pretty much by him, and it's real. I've seen it. It's a real human story, and it's got ups and downs and sideways and forwards, and it's very informative.
Sure. So what do you hope attendees gain from seeing the movie and the panel discussion?
Well, to learn a little bit about our project, we have a panel that's going to speak afterwards and answer questions, but I think it's hard to understand what it would feel like to be falsely convicted, and this particular individual's on death row also, and he's in solitary confinement for a lot of the time. And to find out how that feels, I mean, you can't just imagine it, but to hear it from his own mouth, and to get people to realize we human beings aren't perfect, therefore our system isn't perfect, and sometimes people are convicted when they're innocent.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for taking time to be here this morning to talk with us about the film. Again, that's going to happen. The film project film and the panel discussion will happen Tuesday, January 23rd. For more information, you can visit our websites.